it has horsepower, it needs to be used, period.
It's lights, camera, and auction action.
Mecum comes to Hollywood. We're in Maple Ridge, British Columbia, to see very cool cars in the TK Performance Collection that are all selling at no reserve at Mecum Dallas, Fort Worth. I'm Bill Stevens.
And I'm Matt Avery, and today we're taking a close look at this unique group of star-studded rides seen in some recent film and streaming productions. These cars all belong to Tom Katinic, a seasoned picture car coordinator based in Vancouver, Canada, a major hub of all kinds of production.
Started doing picture cars about 15 years ago. We built up a collection of almost 400 vehicles, and these are some of the ones that were my favorites. This all started when I was very young. Dirt bikes, motorcycles, cars, obsession with power. I was always building race cars or messing around with some sort of performance, whether it was nitrous, superchargers, or turbos. And then I ended up falling into the film industry, and then it just kind of exploded from there. It's a really unique group of vehicles, and it's very rare that I have them all out at once, so I'm really excited to take you guys over and show you the cars.
Tom, like a lot of things from Hollywood, this looks like a 1969 Mercury Eliminator, but what is it really?
This was at Bad Times at the El Royale, and Dakota Johnson was driving it.
Take us back to the beginning when you were contacted by the studio to get a car like this. What was involved?
How it all starts is you go in, you talk with the production designer, the director, the producers, you put a budget together. He wanted an era-correct car, so we showed him a Cougar Eliminator. He liked it. Did period-correct ignition at the time, battery for the time. These are actually bias ply tires on the car. Once they approve it, then we move on to the next phase, which was put a stunt brake in it. We did a posi unit, rebuilt the motor transmission, did a full driveline, all new brakes, new steering components, everything. We make everything work, including the wipers, the heater, make sure all the windows roll up and down, lights work, because it all has to be correct.
And this powertrain isn't that radical, I wouldn't imagine.
No, it's probably about 325 horse, nothing too crazy, enough for them to do slides and stuff, but not really get themselves in trouble.
And what's a stunt brake for those that have never heard the term?
It's a separate pedal. It usually goes where the clutch is. And what that does is locks up the back wheel. So when you see a car sliding around the corner, that's how it's all done.
I think I'll have you put one of those in my car. I'd like to have it.
Absolutely.
Tom, I've looked this one over, and there's no costume here. This is a real deal Shelby Super Snake. What's the specs on it?
This was built for me back in 2010. I had it sent over to Sean Highland Motorsports in Woodstock, Ontario, where they put the car together under Shelby's supervision. And it's 850 horse steel. It's the real car.
So real deal, and it's seen time on the silver screen. Tell me about some of the productions that it's been in.
It's been on Deadpool 2 as one of the cars in the background where the drug fight scene takes place. Several other shows as smaller parts, but Deadpool is the main one.
I love it. Got a great look to it, and I know it made a big difference in those films.
Thank you.
1981 Z28. This was the last of that second generation for the Z28, but that's not the real story here. Tell us about this.
So I got on to the production Percy Jackson, the TV series, and we were asked to build them 5 matching 79 Z28s. And that's how this came across. We purchased this one. It was a very clean shell. Redid it all. We put an LS in it with a 4L60 transmission, posi, stunt brake, painted it up to their specs. It used to be tan on tan interior, and we've now repainted it into black.
Well, I am a little jealous because I'll tell you, Tom, the 1981 Camaros, the Z28s that came to Canada, you could get 4-speeds in them. You only get automatics in America.
Absolutely.
I'd have to move up here.
Pretty roomy back here, Tom.
Tons of room.
I would have to imagine that a classic police car is always in high demand with studios.
Absolutely. It's so hard to come across them when you're doing a film. Not many of them exist. Most of them went to the scrapper.
And what's the year, make, and model of this one?
69 Dodge Coronet. We've used it on several TV series locally. Yeah, it's been in my collection for about 10 years now.
After you found it, did you go through it and discover any unique equipment on it or some mementos?
Yeah, we found a vintage breathalyzer and a radar gun in the trunk, of all places.
And of course, the period lights just set it off, and I'm sure it'd catch every director's eye.
Absolutely.
Everyone should know that not all the vehicles in the TK Performance Collection are from television or movies, like some of the vehicles we're about to see, Tom, that you just wanted to have in your collection, like this killer 68 Bronco.
It's a 68 Bronco with a 351 4-speed, something I quite enjoyed owning.
Cosmetically, it's fabulous. I mean, with the color of the paint, it's got the cut wheel wells with the riveted flares, the right rubber. How often do you get to drive this?
Not very often, unfortunately. The reason I'm parting with some of the vehicles going forward is we've really moved into drag racing now. So I drag race, my two oldest boys drag race, my two younger boys run junior dragsters. So we spend a lot of time at the track, and a lot of these cars sit and don't get driven. And at some point you look at it and you decide it's better off to let them go and let someone else enjoy them.
Well, let's go next door here to this 1978 Jeep Renegade, which also has a pretty trick power plant underneath there.
Small block Chevy 4-speed, something that caught my eye and I had to have it. At some point, you have too many cars and you don't need them all.
Terrible problem to have, I know, yeah. Now, a 69 Chevy El Camino that looks so mint, and yet, again, it's a car that's had a little bit of modifications, including to the wheels. How about the engine?
Small block Chevy 350, 4-speed, subtle, but nice driver.
I'll give you a little trivia. 1969, that was the first year the 350 was available in the El Camino and the Corvette. So, you know, you got a collector's item here.
Back in the world of movies, Tom, I'm guessing not everything has to be flashy to catch a director's eye, as in the case of this Studebaker.
That's exactly it. They actually don't always want the cars to look pristine. A lot of times we'll take a nice clean car and we'll age it and make it look rusty. We've put holes in them. We've done all kinds of things to make them look kind of crappy.
Where has this one been seen?
This one was in the Bad Times at El Royale also. This was another one that the director absolutely had to have a Studebaker. There was no discussion. It was all about the look. This was the front end he absolutely had to have, and he wouldn't accept any other car for that scene.
Again, not everything has to be loud and have lots of attention. Sometimes they just want something that's unique, and this definitely checks that box.
Sometimes simple is good.
This Oldsmobile has such a great look to it, and you've given it the Restomod treatment. What's the story behind it and the changes you've made to it?
I purchased this car as a roller, and then we put it together. We put a 500 horse LS in it with a 4L60. It has a 9-inch rear end, all aftermarket suspension. It's got a twin throttle body intake. We did a cam in it. It runs a Holley Dominator for fuel control and transmission control. Has a pause unit. The underside of the car looks like the top. There was a lot of time put into details. The bumpers are slightly tucked. Everything's slightly modified. This was actually purchased simply for the reasons I have 4 boys, so we could go out cruising together.
With that kind of horsepower, Tom, I think you're doing a lot more than cruising.
Well, sometimes.
Are we going to be seeing this in the next Fast and Furious anytime soon?
Anything's possible.
Well, I know something that did get some screen time is this Karmann Ghia. Was that the Netflix Firefly show?
Absolutely. Yeah, that was the hero car. We purchased that and the twin to it. Since then, it's been on some other TV series.
What's it got for powertrain?
Stock, VW, standard, nothing special.
Katherine Heigl wasn't doing any J-turns?
No, there was no stunt driving in that one.
Tom, the final car we're going to look at here in the TK Performance Collection is a particular favorite of yours. Tell us about this.
Well, I've always had a soft spot for the 70 Chevelle, hence why I own 3 of them. This one started out as a hero car on a TV series called Diamond Ice. And from there, it went on to several other shows, and then it really got a following on Riverdale as the car called Bella. And that's where it stayed for quite a while. And then we got it back and we did some cleaning up, and it's ready to go.
Says SS 454. I have a sneaky suspicion Hollywood strikes again with just the illusion of an SS 454.
Absolutely. They would not spend the kind of money it would cost to buy a real one. So we basically took this car and cloned it into what the director wanted.
This is a 350 powered 70 Chevelle SS, not a real SS, badged as an SS. It is a terrific looking ride, and we want to thank you for showing us the TK Performance Collection. All of these cars are going to be selling at no reserve, and again, thanks for letting us come by.
Thank you for coming out, making time to visit and check it out, and hopefully we can do more in the future.
Look for this unique collection as it rides into Texas, appearing at Mecum's Dallas Fort Worth auction October 29th through November 1st at the Dickies Arena.